Hey, good morning, everybody. I wanted to talk about something I always kind of find interesting. I want to talk about hypocrisy and what it is and what it isn't, and why I think it is not always a very helpful concept for us when we're sincerely trying to do better in our lives. First of all, I find this fascinating because it's my field, but basically, hypocrite comes from a Greek word. And it's what they called actors back in ancient Greece. So an actor was a hypocrite, basically. And it means, I think literally, from what I understand, someone who wears a mask. Because back in ancient Greece, when they performed in these big theaters, big outdoor amphitheaters, they had these wooden masks that covered their face. And that covered their faces, so they could portray the character. And I think it also maybe amplify their voice a little bit. At any rate, so hypocrite is originally someone who wears a mask. We've kind of adapted that, and I think we often use it in a way that means more like anyone who falls short, who doesn't fully live up to something they say they believe in. Now, there are people who are truly hypocritical, who pretend one thing and totally act another way. I find many of our national politicians, local politicians too, but a lot of politicians I feel like are quite hypocritical. They say one thing in public and do another. But not only politicians, it's just they're easy to pick on. But there's a lot of other people who are hypocritical. But I think we have to be careful with that concept, because if we take it too far, then any one of us who is trying to do better but is failing to live up to their highest ideals could technically be a hypocrite. So it's possible that someone, for example, who seems hypocritical is actually just trying to live up to a new ideal. Oh my gosh, sorry, the sun just got really bright. Someone is trying to live up to a higher ideal and a higher set of values, and it's hard, and they're struggling with it. Or they believe very much in something. Maybe they believe in it though because it's hard for them to do. I think a good example is a lot of people who are most strongly opposed to gambling or alcohol or pornography or stuff like that are people who have been addicted and who understand the true dangers of these things. So they're not coming at it from a place of they've never done it. They're coming from a place of, hey, I've been trapped in this and I understand how destructive it can be for people. Anyway, the reason I think this matters is it matters for, two reasons. One is for ourselves. Sorry, I had a lot of sun problems today. One is just for ourselves. We have to realize that inevitably when we try to reach higher, when we try to be better and live according to our highest values and try to make our actions consistent with those values, there's just going to be times we fall short. It's just inevitable. Especially when we're kind of trying new things, when we're at like plateaus and we're reaching to new heights. That's just going to happen. And so we have to go easy on ourselves. We also, I think, need to go easy on others though, because we never know when someone is, are they really a hypocrite and they just are giving lip service to something, or are they serious about something but they're struggling to try. They're trying to align their actions with their beliefs. At any rate, so I think that's important to keep in mind. I think probably all of us technically are hypocrites in some way. None of us act according to our values all the time. But that's because we're human. So the idea of a hypocrite is someone who wears a mask. It's someone who literally pretends to be something they're not, and they do it on purpose. And it's not just a matter of someone who's a human and can't quite always live up to their highest ideals. That's why I like that idea of the Greek actor, the person who wears a mask. A hypocrite is someone who's intentionally deceiving you, not someone who just is struggling and is trying to do their best, which is, I think, what most people honestly are doing. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. As always, I'm just sending you so much love. I want you so much to be happy, and I want you to know you're loved, and I want you to know how important you are. So much love, your Internet Grandpa.